Alright, this is my second video for the Codecrew journal. Today is the 13th of January, 2019, and this is this Sunday. This is on time, barely. I'm doing it so late because of time frame stuff and whatnot. But so essentially, first week is done. Second week is coming up, and I'm going to talk about the first week. So in my first week, essentially, it went very well. Monday was a very basic day. It was everybody introducing themselves to each other. They were basic overrun of how class is going to work, getting used to the schedule and whatnot, getting used to the location, showing up early, all that. Tuesday, we went over just the difference between strings and variables, if I'm remembering correctly. Wednesday, we went over else-if concept as a computing thing. If string is equal to this, do this, else do this. It's the basic understanding of how that works. Wednesday we went, I believe that was Wednesday. Thursday we did loops, which loops was, we did the for loops and do loops and while loops. Or we did for loops, while loops, and do while loops, which, just while giving a basic overview, is essentially just what that day was focused on entirely. And then Friday we did functions, which the pre-work really prepared me for. And yeah. So that's just a simple overview of the week and everything. So it started off really well. I already understood much of the stuff from the pre-work because, well, the pre-work, while it was in a different language, really helped us out. Monday, while it was a basic day, was really helpful because we learned how to use Git as a DCVS. I might be mispronouncing that, but that's the central thing we focused on that day because it was important, and we've been using that ever since, and it will be very helpful in the future because that's how most programming places work. It's simply just transmit your work through this so everybody who's working with you can see what you did, and you can put everything you did up as well. Tuesday was focused on variables and whatnot, which we learned, which in Python worked a little differently than what we did. I believe it was either Tuesday or Wednesday we started doing it in JavaScript because JavaScript is going to be the start out, which is very simple. It's surprisingly simple. It does things differently than Python, which has caught me off guard a couple of times, but I'll get into that in like later days. I didn't have really any trouble that day. Wednesday with the loops was really well. I don't remember going over loops too much. We also learned about Booleans that day in JavaScript, which they're just true-false statements, essentially. Just true-false fixtures of if your variable is equal to 0, then it's true. If not, it's false. Stuff like that. And that worked with its if and else if very well, because essentially you can just infinitely assign the stuff together, and it's just simple basis for any simple program, because it's like, oh hey, did you implement the right password? If you did, then yeah, you have free access. Else, yeah, no, you didn't get free access. Doing a very simple skim of everything, but Thursday we did loops, which loops was a new concept that I do not recall doing from the pre-work, but it gave me the chance to try something new. And first I was having a little trouble understanding, and there was just one thing I was doing. I got the basis for it down. I misread a couple of things, which is more like I need to slow down and read things a bit better. But there was one thing I was having trouble with loops, which it was just simple thing of we had to do a loop inside of a loop, and I was having trouble understanding how to make it produce the correct console log that they were looking for. And I had messed up because I was misreading the thing by thinking, oh, I had to make each loop produce something out, when I only need one loop to make it produce something out, and I just needed the other loop to make it repeat, because loops can repeat inside of themselves. And once that clicked, I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then Friday we completely focused on functions, which functions I understood from the pre-work. I did very well with that. I got a little ahead of myself, but I still managed to understand the basic concepts they were teaching us, and considered how to do it a bit better in the future and whatnot. There was just one where I had trouble with. It was a basic thing of I had to make something repeat over. I had to repeat saying hello 3 times or something like that. And first, I was still thinking it. I was thinking in a different language, which Kevin told me. One of the teachers told me, don't do that, because you want to think in the concept rather than the language, because it's going to be different for every language. And that really, it was really strange for me in that instance, because it was like I could have sworn there was an easier way to do it, and like I thought about it, I'm like, I could do it this way, which is the way I ended up doing it. I used the loop to essentially make it repeat the string 3 times, which I was thinking I could just multiply it by a number and have it just repetitively print out, which I still thought there was an easier way, but I couldn't think of anything. There was something in Python you could do to do that, but it was not the same. And so it's a basic review of the first week, which it's not too much going on, like learning wise. I mean, I did learn a lot, but like most of it was in the pre-work, which I did, and so it prepared me for a lot of it. And now this new week I'm going in, most of all of it I don't know about, so it's definitely going to be a learning experience, and it's really about it right now. It's kind of late. I'm going to go get some sleep and get ready for tomorrow. Okie dokie.